So today I'm going to be looking at my first original module, Unwound. As you can see, this is a series of rotating axle lift used to lift balls around the large rack gears. The name comes from the fact that it kind of looks like what happens when you take some big spring or a slinky and stretch it out and kind of unwind it. And I like the mesmerising motion of watching the left arms go around. Let's take a closer look at the first lift. So an initial conveyor lifts up to the upper inbox where balls are aligned against the rack gear ready to be lifted. And we'll see this in slow motion in a second. As balls come off the conveyor, they roll into place and are aligned by the surrounding elements. And then as the axle rotates round, it lifts them up the initial lift and drops them into the middle section. Next up, let's take a closer look at the middle lift. The middle lift contra-rotates to the other two lifts and basically drops the balls into the correct place for the final lift to pick them up. The final lift takes advantage of the little ridge created by the rack portion of the gears. Using some brick-built aligners, we allow the middle lift to drop the ball into the little shelf effectively, ready for the final lift to pick it up. You can see that in slow motion. Needless to say, the middle lift arm design took a lot of iteration to get to the point where it would drop the ball precisely in the right spot. As you can see, this is a long module, and since I store my modules on IKEA billy shelves, I had to design the inbox to be detachable in order to actually store it, because the whole module is 3 foot long, which is larger than a standard IKEA billy shelf. Standard compliance wise, the inbox is precisely at the correct height as confirmed by my height checker. The outbox is a little higher than normal, but that's fine as long as you place a module with a large inbox after this. One issue with this module is because the way the frame is built, the rack gears are effectively just kept apart by the outer frame with a gap between them of one module's width. Over time, storing and moving this module, it can get squished together, which makes the gap too small. This creates friction between the rotating axles and also holds the balls too tightly for the axles to cleanly pick them up. So as you can see, they get sort of flicked up in the air or thrown out entirely. This is fixed by just ensuring that the rack gears are eased apart properly before starting up the module. Another issue that can occasionally occur is if a ball drops in precisely the wrong place into the middle lift, you'll actually jam the middle lift axles as they come around. So here I'm manually dropping balls into the middle lift, and we'll see it jam in a second. Future improvements wise, I've got some parts on order to adjust part of the middle lift section to avoid the ability for the ball to sit on the ridge on the incoming side and jam the module. I'm also considering replacing these thin lift arms used for leak prevention here with some transparent panels to make it easier for viewers to see the balls being lifted.